Yo guys, I am so pumped up to make this video. What's up boys and girls, Vamiyabur here with a new video, and today we're going to be reviewing another game. We're going to be diving into the works of Alan Wake. Quite literally actually, because that's exactly what the premise of the game is. And more on that later. So we're going to be talking about its gameplay aspects, its story aspects, its pros, its cons, where it gets its strong point from, and where it lacks. Now before I dive into this game review, you guys have to understand that the people who made Control and Quantum Break are the same people who made this game. Well, actually it's the other way around, because Alan Wake was the first one that came out. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to see me play these games that I review before I make a video of them, I actually kind of do my own little review while I'm playing the game. You guys can check me out on Twitch. I play these games live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. Philippines time. I'll put the link in the description below. Alright, so from there you can already see how good the storytelling is gonna be, and that's exactly what hooks you in to Alan Wake. So the kind of like the premise of the story is the writer Alan Wake, is like experiencing this writer's block or something. He's an author, he writes books, he's a very famous author. To like remedy this, or like to cure this, they go out, he and his wife, they go out and have a vacation over at Bright Falls, Washington. Very small town, kind of like nothing happens here. It's a very quiet town and all that kind of stuff. And when you get to the town, it's exactly that. It feels like a normal town, normal citizens and all that. You meet somebody who's a super big fan of your work, but nothing out of the ordinary yet. So as you play through the intro of the game, you notice some stuff happening that's kind of out of the ordinary. A few shady characters here and there, but there's no context yet to figure out like what's their part in the story. And as you progress the game, everything becomes a lot clearer. Now what I love about this game is that the way the characters deliver their speech, their lines, everything, the emotion is there. I mean, this game is old, okay? This game is old, so do not rely on graphics and facial expressions to give the emotion. What gives the emotion is the professionality of the voice actors. You really feel like they're into the story, and in turn it brings you into. Not only that, it's also a very, very nice story to begin with. It actually kind of feels like Stranger Things, where there's this upside down world or something, or like this world that's like an exact copy of the other world, but it's just a dark version. That's pretty awesome for me personally. I just started watching Stranger Things, just finished season 2. So when I was playing this game, like, what the fudge, man, this is like Stranger Things. The thing is, there's so many questions you ask in the beginning, like, why is this happening? Why are people, like normal citizens, being taken and like being shrouded in shadow? Why in the game do you pick up pages that seemingly tell of the future, or of future events that happen to you or to other characters? Who is that lady in black, and how does she know you? What exactly is happening to this town? And the beautiful part of it is everything gets answered by the midsection of the game. Not by blatantly giving it to you, but giving you clues and hints as to exactly what's happening. And that's exactly what you want in a game where the story is the focus. You don't want to spoon feed the player the whole story. You kind of want them, especially since this is like some kind of like mystery thing, you kind of want them to figure it out for themselves. That's what kept me going. That's why I'm still playing it. That's why I'm still streaming the game, even though nobody streams the game, because I'm a variety streamer and all that. Shameless plug number 2. So what really kept me playing the game is the story, and like how I wanted to know how everything ends, how things connect. Now what it lacks though is the gameplay side, because like how they portray the story is with so much emotion, with so much hype, and like it's just so interesting and all that. But when it comes to the gameplay part, it becomes stale. It plateaus in energy, because the main mechanic of the combat in this game is that you have a flashlight and you have a weapon, a pistol, a shotgun, or whatever. You got a gun. Enemies start to attack you, and these things are people that are shrouded in like shadow and something. So you have to like get rid of the shadow with your flashlight first before you can start shooting at them, and then they die. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole gameplay thing, and that's okay because that's not the focus. And I'm not saying the gameplay is bad. It's fluid. The mechanics jive with themselves. You know, there's no problem and everything. It's just that's it. There is nothing to change the formula of the combat. I mean, occasionally you get the boss battle, but it's the same thing with the you have to point your flashlight until it dies thing. Compared to its story, the gameplay was really lackluster. That doesn't necessarily make it a bad game. The gameplay is not bad. It's just stale. It just has constant energy. It doesn't rise. It doesn't give you any thrill because it's all the same all throughout the game. I mean, it's gonna get a bit more challenging. More enemies come at you. There's gonna be some tougher guys, but it's basically the same thing. And the design of the enemies don't change at all. I mean, you've got a normal dude, you got a fast dude, you got a faster dude, you got a buff dude, and you got a bulldozer. But I mean, the bulldozer is a really big deal. Just turn on the ring light right there. You do have quite the selection of weapons. You do have a revolver, 2 kinds of shotguns, and a hunting rifle and all that. Got some flares for AoE flashlight effects and flashbangs that deal AoE damage. But after you get the flashbang, it's done. There's nothing new that's gonna come out for the combat, the way I see it. Again, because by the time that I've made this review, I've made it to episode 4. But you know, there's still episode 5 and 6. But by the time I finish this review, I'd have finished the game on Twitch. So if you guys want to like watch the whole playthrough, okay, shameless plug number 3. I'm not gonna talk about the details of the story itself. I'm basically kind of just telling you guys why this game is still such a good pick today. So I think I kind of talked about everything that I want to talk about it, being what's good about the game and what's bad about the game, bad quote unquote. The reason why I'm not actually going into detail with the story is because I kind of want you guys to experience it for yourself, especially if you're a fan of the mystery detective kind of stuff where you gotta piece everything together to get the right ending. You know, I'm sorry if like the lighting changes. I don't know, man. The sun is malfunctioning right now, and like the window is right in front of my face. But anyways, it's a pretty linear game, and there are a few collectibles. Like you could collect some thermoses, and you could collect some manuscript pages because you know you're a writer, and then they kind of act as like guides for story purposes, and sometimes they also portray what happens in the future of the level. They're pretty much optional, but if you want to piece through the story together, you might want to try and get them all. Aside from that, there's not really much to talk about with Alan Wake besides the story and the storytelling, world building being very great, gameplay being average at best. It actually kind of feels like you're watching a series play out rather than you playing the game. It's like you watching the series and enjoying all the plot twists and all that kind of stuff, and then with a little bit of you playing on the side and shooting bad guys and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome. It's great. I loved it. Now, I don't know. Did I give a rating for my Sundered Eldritch Edition review? If I did give a rating, I think I gave a 7 for that. This game deserves a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for me because the gameplay is just stale. It kind of made me feel like I just wanted to know the story, you know? Kind of made me want to just skip through the gameplay, just run through it. It didn't matter to me because I knew what was going to happen in the gameplay sequences. Of course, there are story bits while you're playing. It's not just while you're playing you're shooting bad guys. No, there are story bits and stuff and cinematic stuff as well, cutscenes and all that. But the blunt of it, the big part of those gameplay parts are just you being ambushed by shadow people that don't change. I get it, it's an old game, but by their standards it was great, and I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's actually a very great game, but if you play it now, you're gonna be a little bit disappointed with the gameplay. I don't know if I'm actually cut for video game reviews. Maybe I should just make like hype videos or something like, dude, this game is so awesome. I don't know. But anyways, so I think I discussed everything that I wanted to discuss about this game. If you guys think that I left something out, and I'm pretty sure I did leave something out, I didn't go super in-depth with this game, or maybe you guys want to share something in the comment sections below, please do share your opinions with me in the comment sections. I will get to them. Do not worry. It doesn't matter. It could be about the video. It could be about the game itself. I don't know, let's just talk. And also, if you guys want to see me talk about different games, other games on this YouTube channel, please do give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell notification icon thingy. And also, if you guys want to see me play these games before I actually talk about them in the videos, then you guys again could go to my Twitch channel. The links are in the description below. Shameless plug number 3. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me your comments and everything in the comment sections. I'll see you in the next one. I love you guys so much. Goodbye.